Scrolling through social media can trigger a wave of nostalgia, but that comforting feeling might be costing you more than you realize. When you reach for that vintage concert shirt or a childhood toy, you are not just indulging in a memory, you could be jeopardizing your financial future. Nostalgia has a sneaky way of distorting your spending habits, leading you to make emotional purchases that can spiral out of control. Consider this: when you see a familiar snack or a beloved movie, it feels like a justified treat. However, those seemingly innocent choices can accumulate, trapping you in a cycle of impulsive spending. If you don't recognize these kookaburra warning signs of nostalgia-driven spending, you risk digging a financial hole without even realizing it. At family gatherings, the urge to impress can push you to splurge on extravagant gifts or meals, all in the name of creating memories. But at what cost? You find yourself. Awareness is key. Start questioning whether those nostalgic purchases truly add value to your life, or if they are merely feeding a fleeting emotion. Reflect on your spending habits. Are they aligned with your values, or just echoes of the past? This shift in perspective. Remember, nostalgia can be a double-edged sword. Use it wisely. Did you know that a simple memory could be costing you money? The hidden influence of nostalgia on your spending habits is more powerful than you might think. Imagine walking through a store and catching a familiar scent that transports you back to your childhood, filling you with warmth and comfort. But here's the twist: that nostalgia might prompt you to spend without you even realizing it. Many people don't connect the dots. They think they're just treating themselves. However, these moments can lead to impulsive choices. Your mind might say you deserve it, when in reality, it's just a longing for a time that felt safe. Now, picture this: you're scrolling through social media, and a friend shares a post about a vintage toy from your past. You remember the joy it brought you, and before you know it, you're on eBay, just a click away from that impulse buy. Sound familiar? When you feel nostalgic, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that gives you a temporary high, making you crave more of that happy feeling. But what happens when the bill arrives? That fleeting joy can quickly turn into regret. Think about those moments at the checkout line. You spot that retro candy you loved as a kid and toss it in your cart, thinking it's just a harmless treat. But when you add a few more nostalgia-driven purchases, it's not just a sweet memory anymore, it's a hit to your budget. As we navigate life, it's crucial to recognize these patterns. The real danger lies in ignoring those feelings and letting them dictate your financial choices. It's not just about a candy bar, it's about the bigger picture of how you view money. What if you could enjoy those nostalgic feelings without breaking the bank? The key is to find healthier outlets. Instead of buying that vintage item, consider hosting a game night, cooking a dish from your childhood, or making a scrapbook. These activities can spark nostalgia without costing you much. It's all about cherishing memories without letting them control your finances. As we wrap up, think about how you handle nostalgia in your life. Are you allowing it to influence your spending? The next time you feel a wave of nostalgia, take a moment to pause and reflect before reaching for your wallet. Remember, it's not about denying those feelings, it's about understanding the power they hold. Embrace the past, but don't let it dictate your future. If you found this insight helpful, consider sharing your own experiences. What memories have shaped your spending habits? Let's keep this conversation going. Imagine this: you're scrolling through your phone when a childhood jingle suddenly plays, whisking you back to simpler times. That wave of warmth feels great, but nostalgia might be costing you more than you think. Many people don't realize how strongly nostalgia can influence their spending habits. Each time a memory resurfaces, it ignites a desire to relive those feelings, often leading to impulsive purchases. You might believe you're treating yourself, but what if you're actually stepping into a trap? Picture this: you walk into a cozy cafe that serves the same hot chocolate your grandmother used to make. The moment that familiar scent hits you, you find yourself splurging on a fancy dessert you hadn't planned for. It feels wonderful, but are you fully aware of why you're spending? Have you ever bought clothes that remind you of your high school days? Maybe it's that oversized sweater or those vintage jeans. It feels like a nostalgic trip. You're not just shopping, you're chasing a fleeting moment of happiness. Here's where it gets tricky. Each nostalgic purchase chips away at your budget, and what starts as a small treat can quickly become a monthly habit. You tell yourself it's okay because it brings you joy, but this cycle can lead to bigger financial issues. Think about it: when was the last time you bought something just because it reminded you of happier times? Perhaps it was a video game, a toy, or even a movie. That rush of joy can be amazing, but once the high fades, reality sets in. You're left with clutter and a lighter wallet. As this tension builds, consider this: every time you indulge in nostalgia, are you losing sight of what truly matters? Your dreams, your goals, your financial freedom. It's easy to let memories guide your choices, but are those choices genuinely serving you or just providing an escape? So, what's the solution? Start by reflecting on what you truly value. Differentiate between items that bring real joy and those that are merely reminders. This can be challenging, but the clarity you gain is invaluable.